Not too many seats. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Clean jab. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Nice straight. Bombs away. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to double a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Firepower here. Nice counter shot. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Survival time for David Benavidez. How are they still standing?
Got caught sleeping on the job.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. David Benavidez might be ready to go. Down goes Benavidez. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
David Benavidez in that last round. Well, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
To make or break a fighter.
Change too much, keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, now you're switching off. He was coasting this fight.
Matt, you're getting your time in already. That right hand's beautiful.
Confident now. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out, the first minute.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Tried to land the left hook, but it was blocked. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. You'd like to see more jabs. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Hook misses. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to push burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Well done with that counter shot. The Mexican monster's in trouble. And right back into the... So he will take a knee here and get a nice reprieve from the action.
That's really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this
Do you
fight.
want to win this fight? Have you got complacent? The fight's...
He's too tired. He's not getting back up.
Right, now you've let him back into it. He's starting to make mistakes and he's switching off.
Beautiful. That's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up. Great work. You're doing good, kid. You're doing...
There's the bell to start round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That hook doesn't score. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to fight it somehow.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
This is a high-octane battle. Nice exchange here from both men. The old adage is, no matter... Oh, wait a minute! And the Mexican monster might be ready to finally go down. And the big Mexican monster is down. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
He's up, but for how long? Look at him. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Need to turn this around halfway through.
ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of heart we need to see.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Trying to land that jab. There's a counter shot. Does well to block that left jab. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. And it's survival time for David Benavidez. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, and thought,
Switched off completely.
On to the fourth we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
that knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Swing and a miss with that jab. There's a counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
He parries that left jab away. You think the pace will slow down? It picks up. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd, if you know somebody's got the punch power.
Low horn a second, Johnny. David Benavidez might be ripped. The Mexican monster is down. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your applause.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. He's been knocked down. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. They stop the hook there. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Nice job blocking the hook. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The Mexican monster's in trouble. And David Benavidez is on the canvas. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym.